This is Daniel O'Reilly of Drogheda United. You are watching Irish Footy Vlogs. Please subscribe to the channel.
Hi guys, welcome to Irish Footy Vlogs. Welcome to the Premier Division and First Division show. We tied them together this week because we just have 3 fixtures in the Premier Division and a couple of fixtures in the First Division. FAI Cup special, if you like, is separate, so check that out as well. We'll start off with Harps and Sligo, Cian, big Northwest derby, of course, and just looking at the table there, actually, would you believe there's 9 points in it? If Harps won, they'd be 6 points behind Sligo, which is just incredible, I think. But look, it is a big game for both sides. Is it a bigger game for Sligo, though, in your opinion?
I think it's as big as a game for Sligo than it is for Harps. You know, both teams are in a bit of a battle.
Yeah.
You know, I would say it's more important for Harps because staying in the division is more important than Europe, in my opinion. You know, in terms of finance and stuff like that for such a club. So I think both teams is going to see this as a massive game. I don't think there'll be many eyes on the games this week at all in the Premier Division or First Division. I think Friday night is going to be, semi-final. That's what I think everyone's going to be talking about. But when you sit back and look then probably on the Saturday or the Sunday, whether you're crying or not after not going to your favourite, you're sitting back watching these games and, I still think they're going to do well. I think there's going to be some good games in this.
I'm glad they're on, by the way, Saturday and Sunday. They're not clashing with the cup games,
which
would just be absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, but anyway.
So I think I'm going to go for a Harps win here. I just fancy it to win it, put it up to 6 points, and it can happen.
That's actually madness when you think about it, isn't it?
It's a little bit crazy. So I'm going to go for Harps. I like seeing that gap close both ends.
Yeah.
It's something because we're second, of course, helps. But I'm going to go for Harps, and I think Sligo need to win this if they want to try and even catch Pats. I think Pats are there for the taking, and I'll be honest, I think, with the games coming up and the game Pats have to play as well. I know every game is tough in this division, but, Pats have Sligo, Pats have Bows, Pats have Dundalk, there's a lot of big games, Waterford as well. So, there's no easy games there. So I still think Pats are there for the taking a second.
Yeah.
If anyone half decent like Sligo came along, and up that game, they could easily be up there, and it'd make it a little bit nervous for Pats because Pats are getting very settled in that second position. And I think it'll suit Sligo to get a win now, because after this, Pats are going to have full eyes on the league, because the cup final, if they're in it or if they're not in it, will be after the season. So it'll be full eyes on the league and getting that second position. So I think it'll do Sligo well to get a result here, but I'm going to go for Harps.
I think Sligo, though, have more worries looking over the shoulder, to be honest. Derry City a point behind. Even Bows are 3 behind. Drogheda are 6 behind. As you say, if Harps win, they wouldn't be in the mix, in my opinion. But you can see if you Harps fans thinking, you know what? You know how you get one result goes well and suddenly we're in a European fight, one result goes bad, you're in a relegation fight. You know yourself.
That happened last year. Remember the last day of the season?
Yeah.
Last season, I think Bows could have gotten to Europe. Bows were already in Europe. I think it was Pats could have got to Europe.
It was Pats with a outside chance. Yeah.
There was loads. Every game had something to play for. Remember that last game of the season, which was great. And I think we're going to have the same again, right to the very end.
That's what you want as well. But I think Harps might have a bit more doggedness in them in this one as well. Just think Sligo have they flagged a little bit the last few weeks, actually the last few months, let's be honest. They flagged actually ever since that European defeat. They've really struggled for consistency, and they got a few results back, and then they kind of went in that bad run again. And I find it difficult. I can't see them catching Pats because I don't think they're consistent enough for a start. I think if they finish third now, they bite your hand off. But Harps, I think, have that doggedness, and I think they might edge it. Longford 10 and Shamrock Rovers. It's pretty much a nothing game, let's be honest. Rovers fans won't say that. But let's be honest, it is. They're 13 points clear. Pats have a game in hand, but 13 points clear. Longford are relegated. They played 3 times this season, I suppose. And Rovers have edged it each time with 4th minute, 5th minute, 7th minute injury time winner. Can they do that to Longford again?
Very well, do I? I'm not going to say they won't. Yeah, look, it's, you know what, Rovers, all the fans are going to go. It's a full capacity ground. And, you know, let's give them their opportunity to celebrate, and let's give them their opportunity to, you know, applaud them players, because they're going to have a big following. They travel big everywhere they go. You know, and I think the full capacity is fantastic. I know we have this thing going on now with Bows and Rovers. You ain't getting tickets type of shit. The league is going to have to step in and stop this, because all of a sudden then it's going
to happen next season. Exactly, like that opens up a can of worms. Yeah.
You know, I just think it's stopping good fans going. Like, I wouldn't mind a 1,000, or well, not 1,000 at the time. I wouldn't have minded probably 500 or 300 Rovers fans in the shed end against Pats, if it meant we were able to get that in tally. You know, and I think it's only right.
Yeah.
And you know, you should be entitled to. We're trying to get people out of their seats here. We're trying to get people to get off and to go. This
was never a situation before COVID, let's say. So COVID's used as an excuse now in many ways.
Yeah, but you know, we're trying to get people off their seats and going to support the league. And you know, you can't you can't stop in a way fan going to watch the team. Like, I think it's just ridiculous. Carry on, but I think the league are going to have to step in here and really do something right, because it's not good. It's not good for the league. It's not doing anything. And yeah, you might see a couple of Bows fans that they put that out and stuff like that. To be honest, it's childish, and they need to cop on, because we need to have home and away fans back. And I think that adds to it. Like, I was at Richmond there a few weeks ago, and it was horrible. Now there was a club officials and stuff like that. The game Rovers, when they scored, they were cheering and they had a great time. And I'm delighted for them. But there should have been 200 to 300 there. You know, and I would have made for a better atmosphere. Would have made for
it's the banter, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So banter. You know, I think the league are going to have to step in here and do something, because it's not right. But I am looking forward to seeing Longford and Rovers. Probably again, I won't look back on too much unless it's a 4-all draw or something like that. But you know what? Like I said, I think Rovers fans now deserve to go and support their team, and deserve to give the players deserve it as well. They've done fantastic work now for 2 years and probably not got the crowds to support it, or not got out to support it. And now I think, you know, they're going to reap up the rewards now, and they're going to get the applause they deserve, because they're worthy champions, and there's no question about it. In terms of Longford, it's let's get through these few games and let's just reset again next year. Like I said, you know, they're going to feel like they can go and give Rovers a right go, and, you know, go and enjoy it. And a couple of players maybe will want to start, you know, maybe looking into trying to stay in the Premier Division for next year. I'm not saying they all will, but they'll probably end up staying at Longford, because of fairness to them, I think they have a very loyal bunch of players there that want to play for the club. So I think Derry, that starts off with Derry, the coach, and you know, he's made that happen. But you know, I'm looking forward to it. I think I'm gonna go for Rovers to win it, of course. You know what? I'm gonna go Rovers to win in 90 plus minutes, 1-0.
I think they'll win it as well. I actually think the fans, lack of fans this year has kind of been more of a detriment to Longford, to be fair, because mainly the fact that they weren't in the Premier Division, so they've kind of missed out on their season in the Premier Division, and unfortunately now they're back to the First Division. So if I was a Longford fan, I'd be a bit more sickened, I have to say now. But yeah, I think Rovers will do them again 4 times in a row. Will it be 1-0 the last minute? We'll have to wait and see. Where are we off to now? Heading to Game Park on Sunday. Drogheda United taking on Derry City. And this is another funny one, because we've been waxing lyrical about Derry, etc. If Drogheda beat them, they're 2 points behind them in the table, which is mad. It's another mad one, isn't it? And they could well beat them ahead in the Game Park. They're well capable of beating them. But if they're tipping along the 6 games to go, I think Drogheda have 2 home games left. It's obviously won them and 4 away. So they'll be looking to get something from this. But Derry, you know, have been playing very well, and even the last game against Pats, they showed a bit of resilience as well. I know they rode their luck, but you still got to show that resilience as well. But they'll be eyeing this up and saying, look, you know, can we get third this season?
Yeah, I think the pressure's on Derry for the change here coming into it. I think, Drogheda got the result that they needed last week, and I think they've done enough now. But in saying that, Finn Harps beat Sligo, look, we're at the predicting there. Drogheda start looking over the shoulder again. And, so it's brilliant. It's brilliant, like I said, to see such a tight league and people beating everyone. I might actually get out to this game on Sunday. I'm looking for, it's a game that maybe a Pats win will be out. I'll be in hiding if we lose.
I call the weekend, so Sunday night is another option.
Yeah. So, I'm going to get out and watch this game. I think I will now. I forgot it was Sunday till you said it there.
Yeah, 2 o'clock.
Yeah, so I'm going to get out and look at that. But I fancy Derry for some reason. I just think I don't think they'll have to ride that look as much as they did against Pats. Jesus, I don't know. So I think me waving that Holy Mary statue kind of gave them a little bit of look or something, because I don't know. I watched the game back after we done this last week, and I couldn't believe the amount of chances that we missed. And like, I was. Is
that a concern to Derry, though? By the way.
Yeah, definitely. Because I was thinking back. I was in my head. I was going through the game. I didn't see it back, and we had about 5 or 6 chances there, and I was like, I can't be. I was starting to question myself. I watched it back, and like Cartwright got man of the match without really doing so much against the Pats game. But I think it was more luck than I.
Most could have got man of the match.
Yeah. So I don't think they'll ride that luck as much. I think they'll be in the game. I think they might come on the front foot. I think they really missed that Contundi the other night. He was a massive loss.
He's a presence, isn't he? He's a physical presence.
Yeah. But not only that, he holds the ball up so well for what they do, and I don't think Akintunde will get a game for any team in this league. I just think he suits Derry for some reason, the way they play. He can hold the ball up and he's so effective. You have the likes of Junior and stuff like that running off. And it really works well. Yeah, it really works well. So I'm gonna go for a Derry win. Be interesting to see. But you're looking at Drogheda can bully them off the ball very easily. You look in the middle.
No, go on, yeah. I'm going to go for a draw, I think. I remember the last time they played was the cup game, and I was there. And this is my first draw. No, but there was a bit of controversy in that game. I don't know if you remember. And I know Drogheda were quite annoyed. I just wonder if that could be used as a bit of motivation. Yourself, remember the last time we played these type of job? Yeah. Drogheda are hard to beat, let's be honest. When they're beaten, they're not beaten well as well. But Derry have been very difficult to beat recently as well. I find it hard to separate them. I think Drogheda be reasonably happy with the draw as well. And depending on what happens elsewhere, Derry might be happy as well. But see a 1-1 draw. We move on to the First Division. 2 games, and obviously the season is pretty much over. But there's a little bit of an interesting game in Galway to take on Bray. Just looking at the table, Cian, if Galway beat Bray, it's highly likely they're going to be meeting in the playoffs in the very first match. So there might be a bit of tickling going on in this match, I think. What do you think?
Yeah, look, it's a little bit mad, isn't it? Yeah. Look, in this league, it's I have reports that I do myself here, and teams really don't change. From when you played in the first day of the season, they nearly don't have the exact same squad. You'll be watching them every week. The LOI TV and stuff like that helps with that. You're seeing the same patterns of play, the same things. No team in this league, even in the Premier Division, they change it up and adapt it a little bit.
But they don't.
Still have the same principles and they're still the same sort. So I think everyone, especially in the Premier Division, playing 4 times, I think you know them like the back of your hand, and that creates good battling and good battles because you're trying to out-battle them, you're trying to out-beat them, out-tackle them and stuff like that, which I love all that side of the game. So I think we'll have a bit of that. I don't know whether it'd be cagey, but I'm not going to say teams are going to be hiding under the fact that we're going to play in a couple of weeks.
Ian, do you think there's a chance actually? Sorry to cut across. Do you think there's a chance that Galway are 6 points clear UCD with 2 games to go? Do you think they might leave out some of their better players, play a few squad players?
I don't know.
What do you
There's
think?
still a couple of weeks, and I personally think they have a big squad anyway, and they have rotated a lot this season. I think maybe they'll make the second half easy for themselves. That's what they want. And, try and be 2 up or whatever, if they can. I'm not going to say they will, but, then maybe you can take off a couple of players and, kind of wrap them up in cotton wool, as you say, and, try and keep them for the playoffs. But, Bray will want to come here now and put a statement down, I think, because they're not getting the credit they deserve. They're not getting the plaudits they deserve. And in fairness, I did give them a few plaudits last week because they achieved the target. I know I won the last Cabin doesn't feel like they achieved that target. It's like winning the league and losing the game to lift the title. No, it was that type of atmosphere. I'm going to say Bray are going to come here with a point to prove, not only for the league but for their own manager. And I think, look, people can criticise managers and stuff like that. And I don't think it goes on in this league, but I do think every player is bang on 100% behind our manager. And, I think we see that throughout the league. And I think Bray owe it to Gary now to get out and get them 3 points, at least a point, and have a good performance. You don't mind the point if it's a good performance. A lot of Bray Wanderers points this year have been in shy performances. And I think that's the difference. It's not like, it's not like they're playing really well just to score that goal. It's they were hanging in there or playing bad and nick the draw kind of type of thing. So I'm going to go for Bray not to lose. So either a draw or a win. I just think they'll bring something back.
That's funny. I think after their poor defeat from their point of view last week at the Carlisle against Cabinteely, played a lot of young players as well, Cian. I have a feeling Bray are going to get back and win this as well. So they mightn't thank us for that, but Bray win for me as well. The other match is interesting, the fact that UCD take on Treaty. And once again, it's funny the way the fixtures land sometimes, isn't it? It's a very good chance these will be taking on each other in the semi-final as well. So,
yeah, if you look at the Premier Division, on Monday night, Dundalk are playing Pats, and on Monday night, Waterford are playing Bowls. And they're both the semi-final fixtures.
Such a coincidence, like.
Yeah, it's mad how it works. I think this game, I think there's going to be only one team attacking and one team trying to keep us solid. It's a game I'm actually going to look back on, to be honest with you. And I mean that I'm going to actually watch it back.
There's a bit of a contrast there, isn't there, in the way teams play, isn't there?
Yeah, and I think Treaty are there on merit, and I don't think people are giving them that they're on merit, and if they got to the final of the playoffs, they're still going to be massive underdogs, even if they're playing UCD. And look where Treaty are in the league, but they're probably going in as underdogs. And you're saying, how is that even possible? But I think this will be a draw. I think this will just might pay out in the end. And just it's trying to get. I think it's just trying to get through this game and get yourself sorted for the playoffs. Then I think mainly that's what it is. I think if Galway played Bray now, and Treaty and UCD, I think if they could play each other now in the playoffs this weekend, they would. So I don't think they'll want next weekend, to go again another week. But
you nearly be afraid to win it next weekend in case you lose the actual playoff game. You're going, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to the playoffs more so than anything. It's just kind of just getting through this last week.
Yeah, I see this one as a peter out game as well, so I'm going to have to go for a draw as well. So guys, on that bombshell, we'll leave us. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, hit your bell notification button, and let us know what you think in the comments. Cheers. Thanks, Kino.
Cheers, bud.
Ole, 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 ole.